She's the mom of 3 beautiful children. She became a journeyman ironworker 6 years ago out of local 112 in Peoria, Illinois. She was the first African-American woman in her local. She's the president and founder of Rain Construction in Peoria. And in 2016, at the Women Build Nations Conference, during our closed caucus with the Ironworker General Officers, Bridget shared her story about staying in the rod patch one day too long. She lost her child due to a miscarriage from being in the rod patch one day too long. Bridget mentors and speaks to the Illinois Central College Highway Career Construction Training Program, which she completed in 2010. She encourages and inspires others to join the trades. It's my pleasure to introduce to you my ironworker sister, Bridget Booker.
Good evening. It's an honor and a pleasure to be in front of you guys. Today I came to share a message of change and share a message of hope. On May 5th, 2015, I lost my son. That was a Saturday. I was working for a particular employer that didn't like me for his own reasons. And in the midst of that, I was an apprentice. While being an apprentice, you still follow the rules and the regulations that set before you to become a journeyman. I didn't want to miss any work. I didn't want to lose the opportunity of having my benefits, my insurance, and things of that nature. So I continued to work while I was pregnant, and I hid my pregnancy. And I had asked several women, how do I, get through my pregnancy and hide it and still stay employed? So some women like myself, we use overalls to hide our pregnancies because the trades is not keen to women being pregnant in the industry. In the midst of that, the particular foreman I was working for, I couldn't go to his general foreman to express my concerns because it was his brother. And I didn't believe that his brother would actually believe my story about my mistreatment. So I had addressed Mr. Dean while we were at a women's conference. And while I was at the women's conference, he heard. And I'm pressed for you all to listen, please listen, and take action. That's something that he has done, and I'm greatly appreciative of the ironworkers for putting their best foot forward. I lost my son at May 5th and returned back to work that next Monday. So in less than 48 hours, I was back at it. Some may ask why. I have a family to provide for, and I love my job. I love being an ironworker. I love my trade. I love what we do. I love the unity. I love the solidarity. So there's no other place for me to be besides amongst the ironworkers. Yes. So that was hard. It was lonely. I didn't think that anyone at that moment, when I lost my son, would actually hear my story. So I was an apprentice. I had to wait several months to become a journeyman that September. And when I became a journeyman, I left for 2 weeks. I had a guy out the building trades come find me because my BA couldn't get in touch with me. When he found me, he asked what was wrong. And I expressed to him everything that was happening, everything that happened on the job site. And it's unreal that women or anyone has to deal with something because someone else's personal opinion. So he expressed to me that he'll handle it, and he did such. Amongst him doing that, we had a meeting with my business manager the company owner, and people of the building trades, and they rectified the situation. At the moment, I didn't feel like that was sufficing me. So when I got to the conference, International Women's Conference, I was hearing stories, sitting amongst women, and at the table we were at, I don't think that everyone heard what a particular individual had stated. And it sparked a fire underneath me. Why? Because she wasn't in that room when I broke those bed ribs. She was not in that room when I could not take an epidural. She wasn't there. She wasn't there when I got back up and started going back to work. I have something to prove, not just to myself, but to others around me, that we're able and we're capable of performing the job and the task that's presented before us. So I stood up and I asked Mr. Airdine, why did it have to be that way? Why did we have to endure those measures? I think I stunned him that day, actually. But his action that was so swiftly, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the organization. We're a family. My father is a union man. He was a union man. When I got news of the maternity leave actually taking effect, it was the same day I lost my father. I'm sorry. Saying to keep pressing forward, keep going. My father always taught me to persevere, to take action, to be proud of my work, to be proud of who I belong to and represent them to the highest capacity that I can do. So when I heard the news, I was excited. And she said, "Are you sure you want to go through this?" I said, "Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. This was meant to be." So I don't take me losing my son as a mistake all the time. It's bittersweet. But he's a blessing to the world, to many people. He sparked change. His presence is still here. I can't be more appreciative than other women having the opportunity to say I'm pregnant and not be turned away on the job site, not lose their insurance, not lose their benefits. That's strength to me. I'm so thankful that those women don't have to go through those same measures I went through. I'm so proud that they have a voice now. I'm thankful that they have the opportunity to actually say, I can raise my family and still be in the construction trades. So it's on my heart to ask everyone as a leader here today to listen to your union people, listen to your journeymen, listen to your women. Be that one guy. Be that one guy that takes action and steps up for their sisters, that steps up for their brothers and says, it's not right. We got to do better. We are better. We are one. We need to stand as one. It doesn't matter what trade you're in. You're still my brother. You're still my sister. And I need to stand up for you as well as someone needs to stand up for me. If we took the time to listen sometimes, you'll understand. It's fearful for women sometimes to go to their employers and actually express those concerns. It might be that person's sibling that you might have a complaint against, or a family member. You might not be heard. There's certain chains of command that I know we are all supposed to go through. I think I jumped that hurdle when I just ran straight to Eric Dean. I didn't know whom he was at that moment. I knew the president of the International was coming through. But when I seen him, I seen my opportunity. I said, I'm going to the head, not the tail. And I pray he hears me. It starts with you guys. It'll trickle down. It will definitely trickle down. The impact will be felt, the impact will be heard, and it will be represented from the higher ups down. And it's a lot of work to be done, and I know that. It's a lot of things that has to change, and I know that. But diversity is needed. Inclusion is needed. Most importantly, respect is needed. Once we respect one another, we can overcome any obstacle that's faced our way. So to the electricians, to the carpenters, to the bricklayers, to the laborers, to any other trade that's out there listening, and I hope that the BAs and presidents are here. Take a maternity leave. Give your women a chance. We will be majority of your workforce soon, and we are not going anywhere. We are here to stay. That's why I started my company, to inspire other women to always move forward, to persevere, to give them a chance, to let them know there's somebody out here that's just like you, that went through the same thing you went through, and they're going to be successful. And you have the opportunity to be successful. It doesn't just apply to the women, it applies to the men as well. You have a lot of men in the industry that go through abuse, that go through all type of things. They need support as well too. So to conclude, if we all come together and treat each other like family, there's no end to what we can accomplish. Thank you.